Welcome back, everybody, to Damien After Dark. If you're new here or you have not subscribed yet, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button so you can get up-to-date notifications when I go live and when I post new content. First of all, I want to say thank y'all for your patience because I know I'm a little bit late on this video, but if you watched my last video, you know that I went to Miami and I just got back a couple of days ago, and I've been trying to get this video out to y'all because I know how much y'all love to watch these reviews. And I apologize for being so late, but again, thank you for the patience. I had a great time in Miami. It was much needed. I needed to unplug from just everything because I have been working so hard the last year. So it was just nice to be able to go and decompress. So I appreciate you guys' patience. And I actually recorded a lot of footage while I was in Miami, and I thought about doing a little video vlog, like putting a video together for you guys to see how that went. If you're interested, let me know in the comments and I will post the video. But now let's get into some serious business, and that is Bad Boys LA Season 1, Episode 5, okay? Let's get into this episode. We pick up from last episode where Kerrion and Milan are arguing. We pick up from that where they're outside of the fashion show, they're outside of the recording studio getting ready to go to the fashion show, and they're kind of arguing and going at it. Kerrion gets in a separate vehicle to go to the fashion show because he doesn't want to get on the bus, which I thought was actually the smart thing to do. You know, he could have let his ego get the best of him and be like, no, I'm getting on this fucking bus and I'm going to face Milan. But instead, he took the high road and said, you know what? The vibe ain't right. I'm going to get in the Escalade and I'm going to drive to the show and I'll meet y'all there. Curtis is trying to calm the situation down yet again, and I don't know what it is. Maybe y'all can agree with me on this, but I'm liking Curtis a lot more. I like him a lot more when he's outside of Mo's shadow. When he's not around Mo, Curtis is like a totally different person, and I love that. And I hope we can see more of that, and I want to see a little bit more of Mo as well. Hopefully we can see a different side of him and not all that homophobic shit that he's done in the past. So Milan is doing what Milan does, playing for the cameras, outside hooping and hollering and jumping around and acting like I'm just so over him at this point. Like, come on, Milan, you are doing way too much, and we're all sick of it. We're all so sick of it. Kerrion, or I already said that part, sorry. So the boys are over Milan because on the way to the fashion show, he's nonstop talking about the Kerrion situation. Milan is like venting to all the boys, sitting here talking about it, and the boys just aren't having it. They're all like, girl, like, really? Can you not just squash this shit and move on so we can have a good time? Like, I get that it's drama, it's good for the show, but at the same time, I'm just like, yawn. If we as viewers can see through Milan's bullshit, I'm pretty sure the rest of the cast can see through his bullshit. And remember what I told y'all in previous videos. I said that the other bad boys are going to turn against Milan. And I feel it coming, because not turn on him in a bad way, turn on him because he's doing this to his damn self. Who wants to hang out with somebody who's constantly stirring up shit, somebody who's constantly trying to fight, somebody who thinks they're the baddest, somebody who thinks they're the leader of you? Like, what? We're all grown men. You ain't the leader of me, baby. No, sir. Never. The boys pull up to the fashion show, and when they're getting ready to walk in, Gutta tells Milan to take a chill pill because Milan has this look in his eyes. Just, you can just tell he's still pissed. And when they get off the bus, y'all seen it, Milan just lunges straight at Kerrion, runs up on him with a total bitch move. Now, Milan, you claim to be from the streets. I'm from Chicago. I'm from this, and that. If you from Chicago, then you should already know. That was a pussy move that you did, Milan, running up on Kerrion like that, and it was just wrong. Wrong. This man was trying to avoid you. This man was trying to defuse the situation, and you gonna run up on him. And not only are you running up on him, you're at your friend's charity fashion show acting an ass outside. Where is your couth? Where is your couth? I'll tell you what Milan's doing. In his head, he's thinking, oh, this will be good for TV. Oh, all the fans are going to love me if I run up on Kerrion. No, Milan, actually, we're not on your side at all. We're not on your side at all. He really just showed his cards, in my opinion, and solidified that he's an embarrassing, thirsty stunt queen. You're Mr. What did Gutta say in the show? You're Mr. Fighter now. You're Mr. Fighter. I love Gutta. Gutta is like probably my favorite because he's just genuinely, authentically being himself. He's not there playing up for the cameras. He's not there trying to be the baddest. He's not getting in a fight every episode. Like, so far, Gutta is my favorite. And I already had that pre-season prediction before the show even started because I followed Gutta on Instagram and I was kind of a fan before. So yeah, I just love the authenticity of Gutta, and he's gonna be the fan favorite because he's just real. He's just being him. So Rail and Gutta are ready to go at this point, and I don't blame them. Like, Milan's almost 40 years old. You know, they're all the guys are here on this show. It's a platform. They're trying to build their brand. They're trying to make some money. They're trying to do things. And yes, this show is bad boys. Yes, there's going to be fighting. But come on, y'all were at a fucking fashion show that was charity for children. And it was your friend. Winnie Stacks was the one hosting the show. And apparently that was one of Milan's friends because the host, the owner of this fashion show, comes outside and he's obviously upset. He's like, this is my show. Why are you acting like this? But in my opinion, I think Winnie should have came a little bit stronger. In my opinion, he was being a little too nice to Milan. If that was me and my friend came and did that, I would have gotten my friend's ass. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? This is my show. If you want to come to my show and act an ass, leave. Leave right now because there's press here. You're going to ruin my reputation. Oh, Winnie's got these fucking hoodlums showing up and acting an ass. Like, he don't need that reputation. So the fashion show was for charity for underprivileged kids who want to play football. I thought that was nice and that was sweet because the guy who's doing the fashion show had even said, you know, it's really expensive to play football. And it is. Like, any kind of school activity, whether you're in the band, you're a cheerleader, you're in football, that shit is expensive. And a lot of parents don't have the money to pay for that. So I thought this was a good idea. You don't really hear of this much. Usually you hear of charities, you know, giving money to different organizations, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I like the personal touch that Winnie did with this charity fashion show. I'm starting to wonder if this anger that Milan has towards Kerrion is deeper. If y'all see, y'all feeling me on this? Are you mad, Milan, that Kerrion's not fucking you or that he exposed you? Because if y'all remember in the episode, later in the episode, Milan tells Mo that, you know, he said I touched him and all this shit, and I just seen red when he said that. And it's like, Milan, if it's not true, if you didn't touch Kerrion, then why are you so mad about it? Like, if you didn't do it, you would just be like, okay, dude, you're lying, whatever. But something tells me that when they started this show and Kerrion made it known to the cast that he may be bisexual, that Milan was automatically in his head like, oh, well, I can hook up with him, I can fuck him. Because in Milan's head, he is the hottest thing in the world. Milan, you know, he probably thinks he's the hottest thing since sliced bread. And that's okay. You got to have confidence in yourself. You got to think highly of yourself. I don't have no problem with that, Milan. But I'm not stupid, and I feel like this anger towards Kerrion is coming from somewhere else. It doesn't have to just do with the whole studio session. And I'm hoping that as the season unfolds, we find out more of what's going on between them two. Because I believe Kerrion, I don't think he just made up the lie that you touched him. I think you did, Milan. I really do. Because you hit on Mo. Y'all remember episode 1 when they asked, who would y'all hook up with here if you could? And Milan was like, well, he's straight, but Mo. Like, weren't you the same one, Milan, who was talking about respecting straight people and their boundaries? Like, you know Mo was a straight dude. You know he was going to probably be uncomfortable with you saying you wanted to fuck him. So why is this any different with the Kerrion situation? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm feeding too much into it. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all feel the same way, or am I just feeding too much into this? I don't know. I told y'all that Anthony was salty with Milan, though. It's been obvious that Anthony, which I don't blame him, because y'all remember Milan tried to fight Anthony like in episode 1 or 2 over the bedroom. Like, he literally charged at him. It was so unnecessary. But Anthony was salty with Milan because Milan was trying to be the leader of the group. Anthony says, you know, he was mad that Milan was acting an ass, as he should. And Anthony says, you know, I took the lead at this point and I told the boys, come on, boys, let's go. And I really do like Anthony, but I want him to stop. He's doing the same thing that Milan's doing with this whole trying to be the leader. Y'all got to stop doing that. Stop doing that. Like, so many of y'all want to try to replicate what Natalie Nunn has done. And the difference between like what Natalie's done and what Milan, for instance, is trying to do is that, yes, Natalie was the villain, but Natalie was also entertaining. Milan, you're not entertaining. You're just annoying. You know, you're doing all this extra shit for nothing. People loved to hate Natalie and hated to love her. Milan, I don't want to say we hate you. That's a strong word. We just don't really care for you, Milan. Like, it's giving thirst. It's giving needs to be quenched. It's giving, here's a Gatorade. Okay? Like, Milan, please take a sip, baby. Please take a sip. So the boys go backstage to get dressed for the fashion show. Mo doesn't like the clothing options for him to wear. I guess since they didn't have 100 tracksuits in different colors that say talk money, nothing else, I guess he wasn't happy with his clothing. Like, just put the clothes on, do the job. You're there for a job, okay? And I love when they're getting ready, how Gutta was expressing his feelings towards Milan. It was so true. Like, and I really hope at the reunion Gutta gets in Milan's ass, because if y'all remember, Gutta said that Milan was too big and brawny to be acting like that and running up on people. And that is so true. Like, Milan, you this big, brawny, Hulk-looking motherfucker, and you just running up on people left and right. Now, when somebody come up on your ass and stomp the hell out of you, don't play the victim. Don't play that, hate crime or some shit like that. Don't play that, because Milan, you are you're always the agitator in these different scenarios that we're watching here. I had my friend text me last night and was like, because she uses my Zeus network login, and she was like, Milan is so fucking annoying. Like, the fucking, what am I trying to say here? The consensus amongst everybody is that Milan is just annoying. So I feel like in real life and not reality TV life, Milan will get his ass handed to him. Because if y'all seen, like, any fight he gets in, he can't fight. He really can't. Like, I'm sorry, he can't. Gutta pulls Kerrion aside to make sure he's okay. And as always, the chemistry is there. I think if the cameras weren't around, the Kerrion would probably be all over Gutta. I really do. But because Kerrion is not comfortable with his sexuality yet, and he's taking baby steps with coming out with who he is, of course he's not going to let us see him and Gutta do anything on camera. He's not going to let us, he's not going to let those walls down. And I get it, I get it. It's not easy for everybody to be as open and loud and proud about their sexuality as some of us, like myself, are. And when you have a father like Kirk Franklin, who is a public figure and a super religious person, you can only imagine what Kerrion probably went through growing up and how he was raised, right? Okay, let's see, where are we at here? Okay, so the power goes out. Y'all remember that in the scene where the power goes out? I just didn't understand why they aired that. This is another Zeus network production fail. Like, some things we just don't need to see. Could y'all imagine if the Real Housewives or Jersey Shore, I don't know, whatever reality show, like, just literally showed us every single thing that they filmed. Like, some things are just unnecessary. Like, the power went out, okay, and it came back on. Okay, like, that could have been left out. Like, I'm starting to think that they just needed filler. And for those who don't know what that is, like, on a TV shows, when they don't have a lot to talk about, they don't have a lot going on, they just put filler in there to fill the episode. And lots of times filler is just boring content, in my opinion. I wish Anthony would take them damn sunglasses off. Now, Anthony, I like you a lot, and you're one of the breakout stars of this season, but I want you to take them sunglasses off, boo. Anthony is very attractive. He's a cutie. But we can't see all that beauty with the sunglasses on. Now, I love a good pair of sunglasses, and I'm not knocking you, Anthony. I wear my sunglasses in the club. I wear them at night sometimes too. When I've smoked a little bit and I'm a little, you know, I put the sunglasses on. So I get it. But every confessional, every scene, like, come on, we want to see you, bro. We want to see what you look like. Y'all know this wouldn't be a baddies, or I'm sorry. Y'all know this wouldn't be a Bad Boys Club review without me going in on Dylan. Oh, Dylan, you po thing. Po thing. Y'all, Dylan, is he going to say anything? He is an extra at this point. Dylan is just fading into the background at this point. Him and his little cut on his face. Like, he really don't say nothing. And I think it's because I think he's just self-conscious, intimidated, insecure. And I don't mean that as shady or a read. I really just think he's not comfortable with himself. And being around all these guys who are super comfortable with themselves with huge personalities, he just kind of fades into the background a little bit. And I'm not mad at him for it. I just wish he would take this opportunity and take advantage of it and stop trying to do what he thinks we want to see and just be Dylan. Let us see who Dylan is. Stop with the, you know, you the baddest this and all that, you know. Stop with it, Dylan. And we're going to get into Dylan a little bit more because I got to ask y'all something about his fashion choices. If you know, you know. Okay? Oh, Mo, it wouldn't be a review, a Bad Boys review either if I wasn't going in on Down Low Mo. Mo, why are you so damn corny? Like, here's the thing. Mo has a lot of potential. He's not an ugly guy. He's an attractive guy, right? He has moments where he can actually be somewhat cool. But then he says corny shit. Like, okay, so y'all remember when the lights went out? The lights come back on. And Mo says, quote, I'm not really excited about getting out there and walking in the show, but I'm going to do it because I'm swag dad. You're what? Let me read that again for y'all. I'm not really excited about getting there and walking in the show, but I'm going to do it because I'm swag dad. And I got tea in here for real. This is tea. Sips fucking tea. Mo, shut the fuck up. Swag dad? Who uses that? I ain't never even heard of that before. Swag dad? Like, can y'all stop? And while we're on the whole swag dad topic, can we stop with those kind of sayings? Can we stop with the hustle hard on your t-shirts? Swag, grind, beast mode, king shit, all that corny stuff. Stop doing it, y'all. Stop. That's something that a fucking 15-year-old has on their shirt, not a 35-year-old man. Please stop. I'm begging you. I'm begging y'all at home. Please stop wearing this corny shit. And swag dad, I'm sorry, that just blew me the fuck away. Like, any pussy that you were gonna get from this show, Mo, you can kill it. Because if I had a coochie between my legs, you wouldn't get it. That's for damn sure. Okay, let me scroll back down. So we're back at the house, and we get a scene with Gutta and Dylan. All right. This is what I was saying about Dylan and his fashion choices. Because, baby, what is you doing? What is you doing, Dylan? You are a gay man. You are a gay man. There's no excuse for it, Dylan. So, if y'all notice, Dylan has on this blue and yellow striped shirt, sitting in the kitchen talking to Gutta. Look like something from Rue 21. And I ain't knocking Rue 21. I used to work there 10 years ago. I still have some Rue 21 shit in my closet. I ain't even gonna fucking cap for y'all. But this shirt that Dylan had on looked like some cheap clearance rack Rue 21 type shit. Blue and yellow striped shirt that says dripping across it with a silver chain. This is just what I was talking about with Mo. Dripping. Dripping what? Your asshole dripping? Because what the fuck you dripping? That shirt ain't dripping nothing. That shirt was hideous. The colors were hideous. The saying is hideous. And that necklace you had on with it just did not go with it at all, Dylan. Like, you are a gay man. You were supposed to be you're supposed to be born with that innate ability to know fashion. I know that sounds kind of ignorant to say, but come on, y'all. Most gay men can dress. If you can't dress, you at least can put on a little something, something. I mean, somebody in the comments, help me out here. Am I going fucking crazy? Am I being selfish? Am I being an asshole? Am I being too hard on Dylan? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. It just screams 2010 corny. It really does. It really does. Mo comes to talk to Milan about what happened between he and Kerrion. And the conversation about Milan touching Kerrion comes up. Milan denies it, of course, and like I told y'all earlier, I find it hard to believe. And like I said, he was up here preaching a few episodes ago about respecting straight men, but you don't respect straight dudes, Milan. You be trying to hook up with them, you be flirting with them, you be telling them, oh, I'd fuck you. So you're just a walking fucking contradiction at this point. Milan says that Kerrion telling that lie is what set him off. Was it him telling a lie, or was it him exposing you, Milan? I know we talked about this earlier, but I got it in my notes again because if it wasn't true, you would have never acted like this, in my opinion. And I hope I'm not the only one that feels this way. Y'all please chime in and let me know. Milan, just because you took up for Kerrion, because he keeps saying, like, I took up for this dude, I defended him. First of all, yes, it's nice that you defended him, but you didn't have to do that. Kerrion can hold his own. Second of all, just because you defend somebody don't mean you're going to talk to them any kind of way. My friend could defend me tomorrow and would if somebody said something about me being gay, but what they're not going to do is try to run over me, disrespect me, call me names, talk to me like I'm a dog. Just because you took up for me? No, baby, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. I will say, I think that Mo is growing. I'm allowed to say that as a viewer. I think that Mo is growing while being in the house around other gay people. Because the reason why I say that is because I'm surprised that he's able to comfortably sit around Milan and have a conversation. Like, you know, y'all gotta remember, we're on episode 5, and the way Zeus works is we're pretty much getting an episode a day. You know, a lot of these reality shows, they'll film one episode per week. But with Zeus, since they're not in the house that long, they film an episode per day. That's why we get a whole episode of the bowling alley. That's why we get a whole episode of the recording studio. Because they're not filming for a long time and they don't have a ton of content to film for. But Mo, I will say that I think he's growing, he's changing a little bit, he's learning more about the LGBT community. He's learning that we're not some fucking weird creatures. We're not all gonna hit on you like Milan. But I think he's growing because just a few days ago, Milan was telling him he would fuck him. And on the bus, they said, who would each of you have sex with? Milan said, he's straight, but Mo. So most straight men would not want to be around you after you said that. If I went out here to a random straight guy I just met tomorrow and said, well, I'd fuck you, he ain't gonna want to be around me. He gonna be weirded out, right? So the fact that Mo is even sitting in a room with Milan and having conversations and he seems comfortable, I think that Mo is growing and learning that, you know, okay, these bad boys are pretty cool. So I can fucks with them. Now I'm not going to vindicate Mo right away. I got to see the rest of the season, because just because you've done a few things, and same with you, Curtis, just because y'all done a few things that were favorable in the viewer's eyes, don't mean you're off the hook yet. Because that fucked up shit y'all did in the first couple episodes, y'all are going to have to make up for it for the rest of the season. I'm going to have to see how the rest of the season plays out. Now, if Mo and Curtis keep up what they're doing, being decent human beings, being respectful straight brothers towards their gay brothers, I'll vindicate y'all, okay? I will vindicate you, and we will not sentence you to any time. God, my fucking laptop keeps scrolling up and taking my notes to the very top. Okay. Anthony said it. So Anthony, Kerrion, and Rel are out by the pool talking, and Anthony said it exactly what I was thinking. You want to run up on everyone, but you can't fight. I'm talking about Milan. Think about each fight Milan has been in. Like I said, what was the outcome? Nothing happened. Milan is all bark and no bite. He tries to bite, but he ain't got no teeth. So God, Anthony just took it right out of my mouth. Like, how are you doing all this, but you can't fucking fight? Like, and I'm ready for Anthony versus Milan. And I don't mean fighting. I want it verbally, because I want Anthony to read Milan down. I know he can do it. I sense it from him. I told y'all, I feel like they're all getting ready to start to turn on Milan. And I think that the reunion is going to be very, very interesting if Zeus does it right. Now, come on, Zeus, if you're listening to this, I need y'all to ask the right questions at the reunion. Okay? I need y'all to give us playbacks of what each other was saying about each other in the confessionals, because that's how we get the shit going. Y'all better play everything that each other said about each other at that reunion. Speaking of reunion, where is the Jocelyn's Cabaret reunion at, Zeus? Because y'all up to some shady shit. Because y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all trying to hold on to that reunion because of what's going on legally. And y'all know that people are really wanting to watch that reunion. So you're trying to hold off to keep subscribers. See, if they hold that reunion off, they just get your money even longer. Unless you cancel. But yeah, Zeus. I don't want to get off topic, but I'm watching y'all. So Rel wants to hold a house meeting, and he wants to get down to the bottom of things and the drama between Kerrion and Milan, because they're sick of the fighting, and they're sick of going out places and not being able to have a good time because someone's always fighting. And I completely agree and understand, you know. And Rel is becoming a favorite of mine as well. At the beginning, I didn't really like him. He gave off bully vibes. But Darrell has became like the comedic relief. He's very needed. He's very needed in this show. He's the comedic relief. Sometimes he's the voice of reason. You know, I just like him. I like him a lot. So Rel holds a house meeting, and Kerrion says that he thinks Anthony is flip-flopping. As y'all remember, by the pool, Anthony was all on Kerrion's side talking about Milan. Now, when they get into the house meeting, Anthony starts asking Kerrion, do you think that you did anything that could have upset him, Kerrion? Do you think that you did anything that could have pissed Milan off? Did you say anything that could have been disrespectful to him? Now, I don't think Anthony jumped on Milan's side necessarily, but I can see why Kerrion thought it was a little flip-floppish. Because, Anthony, if you felt that way outside by the pool, you should have just kept it tight-lipped when Kerrion and Milan were talking about it. Don't be over here asking me questions. Should I did this or did I do that? Like, what were you just saying out by the pool? Because you ain't too fond of Milan either. So whose team are you on? Milan wants to play the villain. Y'all can tell. Like, he wants to play the villain. Like I said earlier, he wants to be the Natalie. But like I said, Natalie, a lot of people hated her, but she was entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had funny one-liners and things like that. And I just can't get it with Milan. And I feel like they're trying to make Milan like the face of Bad Boys Club. They're trying to make him like the Natalie of it all. And it's just not working. It's falling flat. If I had to give anybody the star of the show, the leader, it would be Gutta, Anthony, Darrell, and Kerrion. Those are my 4 favorites. Anthony, Darrell, Gutta, and Kerrion. So far, they're the stars of the show. Okay? Rel calls it out. Y'all noticed how he called it out and said, nobody is the leader in this group. Not Milan, not Anthony, not Curtis, not Gutta, not you. Nobody is the leader in this group. And I'm like, finally somebody said it, because I'm so sick of everybody self-proclaiming that they're the leader of the group, that they run the house. No, we all grown. Nobody's running me over here. So I was so glad that they nipped that shit in the butt real quick. And you notice when Darrell said it, nobody said shit. So if you really ran that motherfucking house, if you really that bitch, when Rel said that, I would have been like, hold up. I am the leader. No, I am the leader of this house. Now, I wouldn't have done that because I'm not that egotistical. I don't think like that. But if I had been saying that all season, if I had been self-proclaiming that, if I had been giving that energy the whole season, I'm gonna fucking follow suit and keep on with my narrative that I'm the motherfucking leader. Okay? When Kerrion ran up on Milan, because y'all know Milan was sitting behind that little thing in the living room, like he's the fucking leader running everybody. Kerrion like ran up on his ass. Y'all remember? Did y'all see the fear in Milan's eyes? Because he was like, run up, boy. 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 Run up. Yeah, Milan, you know you was scared for 0.5 seconds. Don't play, because you may look big, you may be muscular, but that don't mean you can fight. That don't mean you can fight. Okay, now, the episode ends because they leave us with a teaser. Of course, they want to reel us in for next week, so we don't get to see the fight between Milan and Kerrion. Because when Kerrion gets up and lunges at him, everyone's just like, okay, y'all just need to fight it out. Y'all just fight it out. So Kerrion, Milan get in front of each other. They get ready to fight. Milan swings. Like, looks like he swung right here. Did y'all notice that? I'm like, why are you swinging here? Like, shouldn't you be swinging here? So when that happened, we get a preview for next week. And let me tell y'all why the second half of the season is about to be jumping, okay? Because that replacement that's coming, Jonathan, the hairstylist, I didn't know much about Jonathan until I started watching Bad Boys and I saw that he was coming on the show, but apparently he's like a celebrity hairstylist. That motherfucker don't play. Jonathan can thump, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Little teaser for you. I don't know if they'll show this on the season or not, but Gutta posted a video, and you can go to his Instagram and see if it's still there, of some footage on someone's iPhone of Jonathan, which is a new replacement coming, chasing one of the bad boys with a fucking metal foldable chair. Now, y'all know how hard them foldable metal chairs are. And he didn't just chase this dude. He chased him and whopped, 3 or 4 times on the back of the head, the back. I mean, Jonathan, Jonathan is a whole new fucking ball game, okay? And let me tell you why I love it. Because Milan is so pressed. Milan is so fucking pressed and scared and intimidated. Because for the teaser for next week, when Jonathan comes, we see Milan on the phone with his homeboy, FaceTime, like, there's this new dude here. And I think what happens is Milan's friend that he's FaceTiming ends up coming onto the show as well as another replacement. Now, I don't know why we're getting replacements just now. Like, Andrew Caldwell left in episode 1. William the Baddest left in, episode 3, I think. So why are we just now getting replacements in episode 6? Come on, Zeus. Come on, Zeus. Like, can y'all give us what we want? Jonathan should have been in the house. We should have been had other replacements. However, I think it's going to be very interesting to see Jonathan come in the house because it's going to change the dynamic. Milan is no longer going to be the leader like he thinks he is. And I think, don't hold me to it, but I think Milan is going to leave the show. Leave the bad boy's house because he can't handle the heat. That's just what I am predicting because we don't really see him in many more. I haven't seen him in any more Instagram posts. Like, I saw a post last night of, I don't forgot who posted it. I think it was Gutta. And it was the boys on the bus. Jonathan was on the bus, but Milan wasn't anywhere to be found. And I'm kind of hoping that they punk him out and he leaves. I really do. And it's sad that I say that because I really wanted to like Milan. I really did. He's attractive. I think he's got cute style. But his personality is just trash. He's been the same since Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, when he used that boy to be on TV with a fake relationship. Like, Milan has not changed in 10 fucking years. Gosh. Anyway, this video is like at 36 minutes now, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you thought about episode 5. Let me know. Whose side are you on, Milan or Kerrion's? And do you think Milan is doing too much? Or is he doing just enough? Who is your favorite bad boy this far? So far, 5 episodes in. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about the replacements coming next week? Are you excited? I want to hear all your comments, your feedback, and more. Thank you guys for being patient with this video. I love you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya!